So let's talk about The Punisher. No, not the Dolph Lundgren version, the Thomas Jane version with him and John Travolta. A film I am long overdue for doing a review of, which I should have done a couple of years ago since I started doing my videos. Here's my review of The Punisher 2004. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2004 vigilante action film The Punisher, released by Lionsgate, starring Thomas Jane in the title role, along with John Travolta, Will Patton, Roy Scheider, Laura Harring, Ben Foster, Samantha Mathis, and Rebecca Romaine Stamos. Of course, this is based on the comic book character of the same name, who of course is an anti-hero. Now, this film's story and plot were mainly based on two stories, The Punisher, Year One, and Welcome Back, Frank, along with scenes from several other Punisher stories. Just so many. Now, the film was originally to be released by Artisan Entertainment, which had later gotten distribution for the 1989 version. However, they soon got blended into Lionsgate, which had already been big with some flicks at the time, to release in the US, while Columbia released it internationally. The film was directed by Jonathan Hensley in his directorial debut, since this is the guy who recently had written several other movies that came out before this, including Jumanji, Die Hard with a Vengeance, and Armageddon. Anyway, let's get into our story. A smuggling operation in Tampa Bay results in the deaths of Bobby Saint, the son of mafia boss Howard Saint, and Otto Krieg, an arms dealer. However, Krieg's death was faked. He is revealed to be undercover FBI agent and Delta Force veteran Frank Castle on his final mission before retirement. Enraged about the death of his son, Saint orders his men to learn everything they can about Krieg, and acquires access by bribing corrupt federal law enforcement officers for his federal service history. Well, he orders Castle to be killed at a family reunion down in Puerto Rico, but however, Saint's wife Livia requests that Castle's family be killed as well. At the reunion, Saint's men, including his best friend Quentin Glass and Bobby's identical twin, John, killed Castle's entire family. And eventually, does a hit and run on Maria, Frank's wife and their son. Anyway, and they shoot Castle, leaving him for dead. But he survives and is nursed back to health by a local fisherman. Well, with the police and the FBI unwilling to pursue the killers due to Saint's power and influence, Castle moves into an abandoned apartment occupied by three outcasts, Joan, Bumpo, and Spectre Dave, and begins his mission to bring the Saints down. With the help of information provided by Mickey Duca, Saint's less malevolent henchman, Castle studies the Saint family and learns their every move, during which he discovers Glass to be a closeted homosexual. He openly attacks Saint's business and sabotages his partnership with his Cuban partners. Saint discovers Castle is alive and sends assassins to kill him. The first, Harry Heck, who, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm reading this correctly, yes, who, to my surprise, he looked pretty familiar. He was played by country singer, songwriter, musician, blah, 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 Mark Colley. I think maybe You may know him best from several songs like Born to Love You, Hard Loving Woman, and all those other songs back in the mid 90s going to the late 90s. You might remember him. Let's see now, where was I? Well, he apparently ambushes Castle on a bridge until he crashes his car, but is killed when Castle stabs his throat with a ballistic knife. The second, a behemoth called the Russian, nearly beats Castle to death in his own apartment, but he kills him by dousing his face with boiling oil, excuse me, I thought it was water, sorry, my mistake, and pushing him down a flight of stairs, breaking his neck. The tenants treat Castle's wounds and hide him in his hidden elevator as Saint's men arrive for him. When Dave and Bumbo refuse to reveal Castle's hideout, Glass tortures Dave by plucking each of his piercings with pliers. They leave one of their men to intercept Castle, but he kills him after they leave. Alright, now for the last act and ending. You know the procedure. 5 seconds to stop. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, please continue on after the 5 seconds. Thank you for your understanding. Like always, here we go. Okay, you've been warned. Now, with Mickey's help, Castle poses as an anonymous blackmailer and arranges for Glass to be at certain places while planting Livia's car in the same location, and ultimately placing one of Livia's earrings in Glass's bed. When Saint finds the earrings, he stabs Glass to death, despite her protest that Glass was gay. Accuses Livia of having an affair with his best friend. He throws Livia off an overpass onto a railroad track where she is run over by a train. With Saint despondent, Castle assaults Saint's club and kills every member of his mob, including his remaining son John. Saint escapes the building, albeit wounded. Castle pursues him and shoots him in a duel. Yes, as he lies dying, Castle reveals his schemes that led Saint to kill his friend and his wife. And he ties Saint to a car and sends it into the club's parking lot, which is rigged with explosives, and Saint dies in the ensuing explosion. Yeah. Castle returns home and prepares to kill himself with his mission fulfilled, but changes his mind after seeing a vision of his wife, instead deciding to continue to fight crime. He leaves some of Saint's money as a farewell gift to the tenants for protecting him, and he is then seen standing alone on the Sunshine Skyway Bridge at sunset, where in a voiceover he vows to kill all evildoers in his new identity. In the end, he reveals Frank Castle is dead. Call me the Punisher. End of story, my friends. So what did I think of The Punisher? Well, I'm going to say it's not bad. This is kind of an underrated movie. I know it actually did okay, making about, well, half a million, 54 million overall. But however, they bear on DVD, which I happen to have this on DVD. I've had this for some time because this was one of the first few DVDs I had. And, well, it still plays. I just finished watching it. Well, I know this film might get a little bit, well, or maybe a lot of hate. I don't care. I like this movie. It's pretty good. Now, don't hate me. I have not seen the Dolph Lundgren movie, but if I happen to encounter it one day, I will certainly watch it and review it sometime down the road. Promise. Okay? For now, I'm sticking with this. Anyway, the story isn't too bad. I mean, some of the characters are hit or miss and what have you. I did like Thomas Jane's portrayal as Frank Castle, aka the Punisher. John Travolta, not bad as Howard Saint. Will Penn as Quentin Glass, not too bad. Rebecca Romaine Stamos, who, of course, more recently had already played Raven Darkholme, alias Mystique, in the X-Men franchise. as Joan, pretty good. Ben Foster as Spacker Dave, who of course Foster would go on to play Angel in X-Men: The Last Stand a couple years later. John Panez Bumpo, not bad, and Samantha Mathis, who recently appeared in another John Travolta movie, and that being Broken Arrow, played Maria Castle. So anyway, and Laura Harring, who I've seen in some movies, played Livia Saint. Anyway, oh yeah, and Frank Castle Sr. was played by Roy Scheider. Of course, most of y'all know him best from Jaws. So anyway, but I also did like the score for this, which was done by Carlos Soloto, and of course it had a great soundtrack too, which of course um, had music from like oh, this is hard to explain. Well, there was Broken by Cedar and Amy Lee, from Evanescence, and Step Up by Drowning Pool. Let's see, and Eyes Wired Shut by Edgewater, and there was lots of other bands on the soundtrack. Some you did get to hear in the movie, but not all of them. But even so, The Punisher, for 2004, it's not too bad. There was to be a sequel, but unfortunately, Hensley and Thomas Jane left well, for a certain reason, why have you. Well, due to due to the creative differences. So this forced Lionsgate to do a soft reboot known as Punisher Warzone, which came out 4 years later. I'll review that some other time, but not yet. Which that one was a little bit alright, but not quite as good as this one though. But it's kind of a mixed bag though. So now the question is, would I recommend The Punisher from 2004? To all you haters, don't hate me, but I'd say hell yeah. This is really intense and what have you. It might have its moments, but still good action, what have you. And a great performance by Thomas Jane, definitely. So anyway, what are your thoughts on The Punisher 2004? You may tell me in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel as well, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me tomorrow night when I bring to you my spring break live stream. That's right, and by that I mean I'm doing a live stream of Sean Cunningham's teen comedy Spring Break. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, check out these other reviews. In the upper left-hand corner, if you want some more Thomas Jane, see my review of Deep Blue Sea from 1999. Or if you want more John Travolta, go to the upper right-hand corner for my review of the movie I was talking about earlier, Broken Arrow, that I did not so long ago. Or if you want some more underrated Marvel stuff, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of Daredevil, which came out a year before that. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.